And I'm worried about you, Chloe.
Well, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I'll be fine under your
Hey YouTube, it's me, QP. I'm back. Y'all forgive me. I've been doing some cleaning around the house and some thinking. I'm really disturbed right now, and I'll let you guys
I
know.
really do. But I can't get past this. I maybe understand with some random woman that you slept with. But my sister, William?
You know, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
Like for those of you who are just now joining, it may cut off because I am sharing my photo. Excuse me, my vlogging with a lot of people right now because I have a lot. I'm having a lot of issues right now. Um, well, it's not issues. It's for say issue. It's crazy. I have like big concerns for it. Um, all right, here it is. I'm babysitting two kids now, and these two kids, since they have been here, have been kind of troubling my mind, and it's not because of their behavior. They're excellent children, you know. There's two little boys, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Excellent children. I'm not going to give any names while I tell you this, or give any parent's name, but or tell y'all where they're from. But something worrying me about the oldest child for some reason. Um, he acts normal, but what kid doesn't, you know? When they don't know what's going on, you know, they don't know the difference or what should be going on or whatever situation may be. Oh, I need to comb this mess out. It's all shoved under this hat. But situation is I caught him doing something in a sexual manner the other day that is not normal for a typical 3.5-year-old. And it disturbed me a lot. So me being a responsible adult, me being a responsible babysitter, and being cautious and aware and worried about the child, I addressed it to the mother and asked the mother, was there anything or was there any possible way that child could have been touched or, you know, have seen something that he was not supposed to be exposed to quite yet, or whatever the situation may be. And she told me no. And then I carefully explained to her why I said this. Now, I let her know what the sexual encounters was, and the response kind of worried me a little bit because the response was she kept trying to ignore what I was saying, kept ignoring it. And me being one of those people who love children, I'm not going to let it just be pushed to the side as if it isn't a matter at hand. Because it is. It's an important matter when it comes to a child. So basically, as she kept trying to avoid the question, I kept instilling it in her head. Giving her the information. Then finally, she tells me she's going to look into it. She doesn't seem real concerned. Seems as if she's faking a tear. For those of you that joined, I'm just going to, well, whoever just joined, I'm going to recap. So I'm talking about how I'm babysitting these two children. And like, I'm very concerned about their well-being and I need advice. And the reason why I need advice is because, like I was saying earlier, the two children have came to me, and ever since day one, they've came to me. My mind have eaten me up about these children. I noticed that the youngest 3.5-year-old was doing sexual encounters towards himself that you don't on a child, you know, or you don't really see. So basically, I talked to the mother about it and asked her, have you seen any difference in your child since that last lady, since the last time you really, any difference or any behavior difference since to the daycare that or the woman that he was going to. She was like, yeah, all of a sudden he would scream and holler like he didn't want to go in there. He would tell her, I didn't want to go, I didn't want to go, I don't want to go. And then she said she would talk to him. But the concern, you guys, wasn't really there. It was as if she was forcing a tear to come out of her eyes, like as if she was literally forcing that tear to come out. And I'm like, okay, so I give her the benefit of the doubt because I don't judge anyone. And later on that night, I wait for her call because she told me she's going to call me. She doesn't, which is probably because she slipped her mind. She got off work late, so I'm not thinking about it. This morning I wake up, lay down, and do not mess with it. It's not a toy. Thank you. I mean, they're well-behaved children. They still act like children, as you can see, because I'm fussing at one of them right now. But what concerned me was the way the child acted. So after I told her about it, she told me she didn't want to talk to the father yet because the father would blow up and woo. And I'm like, why not? Tell the father what's going on. And she's like, all right, I will. The family seems fishy only because they're weird. And I'm not being mean, but it's just an awkward silence and an awkward moment when I'm around them. And I know my intuition is very strong. So what it sees in someone is what it really sees in someone. You see what I'm saying? So right now I don't see anything, but like I fear something's there because it seems a little fishy. Okay, later on the next day she tells me, well, I talked to him that night and he didn't say anything, she said, but when he woke up that morning, out the blue, he told her, Mommy, someone had touched with mine. And she said she asked who. While she was asking who, the little boy, she said she named the last babysitter, and the little boy said yes. And she told the little boy, don't worry about it, it won't happen again. Then she called me and was telling me about it. And I was like, well, you need to call the cops and you need to tell the cops to come here so that I can make a statement on what brought the situation up because you're going to need it. You know this lady, like she said she was going to talk to her husband. You know this lady and her husband they don't look like anything's wrong. They don't look like they taking it serious or anything. And I'm sitting there looking at the kids and they look like they were well taken care of. Don't get me wrong. But what's lacking, I watch how they eat. They snatch the cups out of my hand like I've never seen a 3-year-old child snatch water so fast out of your hand every time you give him something to drink. Or when he eats the way you have to let him know, slow down. Literally, just tell him, slow down. Have to snatch the bowl from him because he's eating so fast. Y'all, I'm asking your advice because I'm scared at the moment. And I'm not scared because I'm in jeopardy. I'm scared because I fear they're in jeopardy. You know, what always looks gold on the outside of a home is not necessarily always gold on the inside. Trust me. I know. So, with that being said, what is really going on? Like, I'm concerned, y'all. I tell this parent that what her son was doing in a sexual manner for a 3.5-year-old, he should not know what that is. And I tell her son what he's doing. She doesn't seem real concerned and she doesn't seem real wary. And when we talked about it on the phone, she was calm. I said, you gonna call the cops? She said, I was thinking about calling the cops. And I'm like, well, you need to call the cops. And then she said something like this. I am. I would kill that girl. And this is how she's talking, like real calm. So I'm like, I know that if I had a child and my child was touched, if my stepdaughter was touched, I would not. If my stepdaughter told me that someone touched the area knowing they're a kid, I mean, yeah, they have imagination, but I would not take that into anything of they're just talking and blow it off like, no. Like, no. You should have called the cops immediately when he said that morning. You shouldn't have dropped them off at the babysitter and went to work. The only thing you probably should have did was drop them off in that lit room and call the cops and call your job and tell them you're not coming in. I'm more concerned for the simple fact that these parents are never around. The kids are in daycare most of the day. and they stop it. And when they get out of daycare, they're with me until 12 o'clock at night, you guys. Like, when do they get to see their parents? Like, this is real concerning for me. And I don't know whether I should talk to them about it or whether I should, immediately just talk to CPS about the whole situation with how the little boy is acting. I don't want to call CPS on no one's child. Like, that's freaking ridiculous. So I talked to her, but I don't know what to do, and it's bothering me. And we as people cannot ignore something that bothers you like that. You feel me? The kids be so sick that I had to literally drug them with medication to make them feel good, like on top of the hour, as if they were in a hospital every 4 hours. Hey, now they don't know how to act. To look at them, just look. I can't even finish cleaning the house that they messed up. Look at them. That little bitty one over there is 4. That one over here. And then that one right there. But I'm not going to put up a close-up picture because I don't want you guys to see what they look like because I'm talking about them. But at the same time, I'm worried about them and I need advice. So if anyone has advice, you can hit me up on my Instagram at Taisha McClendon, or you can hit me up at my Snapchat at Rocky Gucci, or you can hit me up on Facebook, or you can always subscribe to 806QP Loyalty and like, share, comment. Y'all just give me advice. That's what I'm looking for. Anyone have any advice? Don't be afraid to comment, because I'm really worried about these kids. What would you do if you were really worried about a child and every day, the whole entire time they're in your house, it's just eating your mind up? Like, this child needs help, this child needs help. What would you do? Well, that's going to be it for the night. I catch you guys later when I do that prank on my girl. Earlier I tried to do a prank and it was an epic fail because I remembered that I would never put her in harm's way. So she didn't believe it. So, that being said, this is epic. Gonna be prank number 2, and I think this time I'm gonna win. All right, y'all have a nice night.